So a lot of people ask me, well, Mark, I'm a pretty technical guy. They ask me, well, why didn't you just build this? Like, why are you paying UserGems for this?
I'm originally a product manager, which means I was building products, obviously. And the number one rule you learn as a product manager is to say no, because you only have so much time to create products. And if you say yes to everything, then you end up building far too many things and you're focused. And so it's a skill that you learn as a product manager. And now that all of us can be builders, I actually think a really important skill for people to learn to say no now because they could do it themselves.
I'm really curious right now to understand more around build versus buy. Personally, I don't believe it's a super binary thing, and I'm dying to hear your take.
So build versus buy, it's actually not this binary answer. As you said, even if you're building on top of a foundation of something, right? Like even if we say we're building, then we're building probably with Claude, and we're probably building with, let's say, some MCP service that we're using that maybe have our data already stored, whether it's a Snowflake or not. It's a little bit similar in my mind to like when you're building an e-commerce store. There's the question is always build versus buy in that sense, because I could have built my full website. I can have my Stripe connection, I can create my cart, or I can go to a Shopify. I think the same is true in this like build versus buy situation right now, where you always build on a foundation. And I think you need to wonder or like think about what is the right foundation for this.
If it's just for you, you build it. I build it. I have this awesome thing that I run every single morning. This thing every morning looks at every Asana task that I have open. It goes to my second brain and it's like, hey, Mark, here's 2 ideas of solving this problem in your second brain that you might not have ever tried before. And that runs every single morning for me.
And like where UserGems is, there is so much to build once you're sitting on a foundation of data and signals. That's like, it wastes your time to build a foundation if you can build the campaigns on top of the foundation. So our goal is to create, in a sense, the infrastructure for go-to-market campaigns, and you because you still need to build, and the building will be the campaigns, but the building should not be like the database layer and the data infrastructure. It's so enticing because it's so easy to build the first campaign. But what you don't see right at the beginning is like the second campaign. If you want to combine them now, that's a whole lot of work that you did not foresee. And the first 80% take 20% of your time. That the last 20 actually take 80% of your time. And really understand where to say no and what is not important for your job to do. And the not important part is like building infrastructure. Ultimately, it's RevOps building, and RevOps needs to understand that it's both Rev and Ops. And that means we're not just ops in building the infrastructure, but everything we do is for the Rev part. And so when you think about how much time it takes to generate the infrastructure versus the campaigns, you should be fully focused on the campaigns. And that's a real. Yeah.
What's your immediate reaction when you hear people? I mean, it's a lot of what we're hearing at the moment. Just build it in Claude. Just build it in Claude. How do you feel when you hear that sentiment spoken out loud?
I had really good conversations up there where someone said what they're actually doing is I think it's incredibly difficult to build the full solution yourself, because you need to who maintains it, who fixes the errors, who improves it. What he does is rather, it's first about identifying, do I actually have a need? We always think we know what we need, but that's not the case. So it's more like I want to bring something out, maybe internally, show what this could look like. And that's what they are building in Claude, just to get to iterate on their idea, to quickly get feedback from the market, which is oftentimes the internal team. But once they know what they need, then they actually go out and find a really good solution that can help them, that has the majority covered, and then they build on top of that. And I think it's the first time I heard it that way, but to me that rings true, where is I use it to learn what I need, but I don't use it to build the full solution. Because I think what we're going to see in half a year, or especially in a year, once, let's say, this person that built it moves on to a new organization, we're going to see a lot of dead projects. And interestingly, I'm coming back to the lesson in engineering, we already learned this, where some engineer created something, the engineer moves on, and suddenly I have no one that actually takes care of this. And that needs to be part of the build versus buy conversation.
When it breaks, do I want to sit there for 2 weeks while the guy that built it left 2 months ago and now everybody's trying to figure out how to fix it? No, I want Christian and Stefan to do that stuff. All right, that way I can worry about the pipeline.